visible. Should be able to see my face on my screen. Alright guys, hello, welcome back to my stream. Today we're going to be working on Faerie Court Braum, just the concept stage right now. I was working in collaboration with RichyDraws and Emrikun, who's going to be making the splash. RichyDraws was working on the concept, which this is what he sent in, and I gave him a few critiques about how I wanted him to change, and then I kind of rendered on top. He said that he won't be able to work on Faerie Court Braum anymore because he's busy working with commissions, which is understandable. So I'm going to be taking it from here and finishing up. So yeah, that's what we're going to be working on today. And then I also want to show you guys some of the original concepts that I worked on. So this is the original sketch that I made. I was like, oh, I really think a Faerie Court Braum skin would be a cool addition to the cast, because I feel like as a character, like it just fits Braum to be like that protector of like innocent things and whatever. So this was the initial sketch, and then I also did some portrait sketches, and then I did some figuring out of how I think the shield would work, and then also some abilities. And then that was it. Sent that over to Richy, and then kind of took it from there. So I'm gonna put that back where it was, and make sure my audio is good. Y'all can hear me. Yeah. All right. Put up the music, and let's get to rendering. Alright, so I'm just figuring out my layers here. So I think the front view is good as is. I think what I'll do is just work on the back view now and just try to figure out what that's going to look like. I'm just going to flip them over. And see. I might pull his arm down. Something like that. And then because we're in back view, I'm pretty much gonna have to re-render everything. So I'm just gonna make him a silhouette just to make things less confusing. So I'm trying to think of him from the back view. Okay, and then for the back view, we just see the back of his foot. Actually, something like that, I guess. This is really weird. Normally I would just draw the back view and the front view at the same time. But right now I'm just working just the back view. So I'm just trying to figure out. Maybe I'll ball up his hand like that. And instead of having his ear, just cover it up. Maybe I'll extend a calf design, leg design. Okay. So I wanted him to be like kind of like this Yasuo concept, which is kind of like a beetle guardian of some sort. Because I feel like that hasn't been explored yet, and I really like that Yasuo concept. I do wonder if they will explore it for this next batch that they're coming up with. I'm just color picking from the other side because I want it to be consistent. So this is like the back of his head. And then kind of looking at Yasuo as well. So it looks like Richy did a gold kind of trim. And then it's like a shoulder kind of piece. This might be too much gold for my taste. I might go back on the front view and kind of get rid of some of that gold. But it could be fine. I think it might be consistent with Seraphine and Ezreal, because he is supposed to be in the summer court. I'm just trying to figure out something. And then here are his pants. And then let me get legs in. Why is that so blue? Okay. And then this is the arm, which is full beetle. I think this is supposed to be a mesh. I don't really like meshes in general. Like a transparent kind of faded cloth piece. I don't like that usually. I'm gonna get rid of that. He has a really big fat dumpy right now. I think his hips are a bit too wide for Braum. Let's get rid of this background layer. I'm just gonna merge these layers. I usually like to paint with one layer, just because I feel like I focus on edges and stuff a lot more. So I'm just gonna slightly adjust the proportions. Because Braum has like really skinny legs. Like a super tall upper body, or not tall, but like big. I'm just kind of adjusting those proportions. It's kind of carving out a bit too much. All right, I think that works. See the before and after. Much better. All right, and I wanted him to have kind of a similar pedal design for those legs. I think over in the front view it's not as pronounced as I would like it to be. So I want those to be bigger. I'm going to choose a lighter color. Just like Yasuo. Okay, and then it kind of does this weird kind of crease, I guess. It's like it's folding. Okay, and then repeat it for back side. I think I'm gonna leave it empty in the middle so that when he bends his leg, it kind of makes sense. Which I think the Yasuo concept did. Not sure. I think so, yeah. Okay. Cool. Oops, let me grab green color. I think the beetle concept is a bit difficult to figure out because it's like, what, you're turning an insect into a human character design. So it's a little bit more tough to kind of figure out how that would like work. Okay. Hello, hi Marty. It's nice to have you here. Thank you for joining. So I don't know how the back of the arm looks like. Something, I don't know. It's probably not how it's supposed to look like, but whatever. Wasn't you going to stream on Twitch? Yeah, I was thinking about moving over to Twitch, but I haven't got the whole thing set up yet. I don't really know how to do it, so I gotta look at some tutorials. Yeah, I am thinking to switch over to Twitch just for a little bit, and then I'll still post my videos on YouTube. And he has his feet exposed here at the bottom. I'm gonna look at another concept. Let's see. I know Callista had a lot of, she had a really good beetle design. Faerie Court Callista concept art that they did not use. This one. So it looks like for her armor, they also did do a lot of gold trims. So I guess Emery is, or why do I keep saying Emery? Richy is right about that. So let's continue. What I might do is kind of cover up his neck. Although it might not work because his chest is exposed. So maybe not. I think the tip of that should be kind of a purple color, maybe. More organic. I'm just gonna get rid of these wings because they're kind of distracting me. I don't think this armor really makes that much sense because I'm trying to figure it out in 3D as well, and it's not really helping. So I think for like optimal deformation, I'm just gonna make this all one piece. And convert that top part to an organic color material. Look at Callista. Something like that. And not really making sense of this piece here. I think maybe he should just have his torso separated. Cool design. Thank you. This is actually, the base of it was made by RichyDraws, and he didn't have time to finish working on him, so I have taken over, and I'm just kind of polishing up his design, which we will be making a 3D model of and a skin. by the time we finish this, Vanguard might be on League, which means you might not be able to play it. We'll see. I think I'll be able to finish the Bee Zoe skin before Vanguard, at least. And Project Ergot is also available for pre-release on RuneForge. It's pre-release because we're still adding stuff to it, and Urpog wants to do some extra stuff. Man, Braum is so hot. Thank you. I think I might want these to curve towards him instead of out. Like that. Similar to Callista. And then this is fine. Kind of like frames the shoulder as like a pincher or something. Kind of like an ant's mouth. I'm not sure if there's like a technical term for it. Love the Ergot skin you done, dude. You are awesome. Thank you so much, Hexen. Yeah, I hope you guys really enjoy that one. Took a lot of time. Alright, so I'm kind of thinking about the top-down view, an area of interest for the model. I think this poro is too big, I'm not sure. Kind of looks big. Should be like that. So, thinking about like top-down view, his shoulder pads are going to be pretty visible because of how big they are, which means those need to be a lot more interesting to look at. So what I'm going to do, let's see, where's like the summer court? I'm going to pull the summer court concept and just kind of integrate some of those colors into Braum's design as well. Even though he's a beetle, and I guess the beetle is like darker, and they're like the protectors, so they have to be more menacing to look at, I guess. I do want him to be an interesting one, so he's not like a part of a whole army that looks the same as him. Let's see. I was just thinking about what I should do, and I forgot. Oh, I was gonna take the beetle, the actual beetle model that they made. Okay. So this does have that cyan color. Oops. And then it fades out to a purple. I think maybe I'll do like a pink trim. It goes to purple. Okay, and then I'm going to use my smudge, kind of smudge that out, blend those colors. I do really like Yasuo's materials as well, so I want to keep those consistent. He kind of has like a blue highlight for this green color. We're going to incorporate that as well. Okay. And put it on the arm as well. I want this to be like really structural, hard edges. And very shiny, because beetles are shiny. Okay, and then let's see. Where's Yasuo? Has this green color as a midtone. So I'm just going to use a soft brush and switch it to color mode maybe. And get rid of some of those blues. I'm going to render out his feet a little bit because they do look a bit plain. Oh my god, guys, we're going to toes. Oh no. No. Not the foot fetishes. I've never really rendered out feet before. I'm just kind of doing something rough. Put those dogs away. Let me see how they do those. They kind of put this like, not really sure what to call that, but a piece of cloth that kind of goes to the arch of the foot, which I like. This feels a little bit too bare. So I think I'll introduce the brown color. Tie that with the pants. I know Yasuo doesn't have it, but he was also, oops, an early concept to figure out what the Faerie Court skin line would look like. And this is what they did for pretty much all the designs, so just copying that. Like what you see a little bit of the back of the foot there. Okay. These are not the prettiest feet, I know. Feet are not very pretty. Faerie Court is such a wild skin line. I love Faerie Court. I think it's really creative. I like the integration of like bugs and fairies and stuff to human characters. I think there's a lot you can do with a lot of champions. Like even Mordekaiser could fit as like a full beetle guard or something. Or maybe like a corrupted winter court kind of unseelie fairy of some sort, or beetle. I think that'd be really cool. So you could do that for like non-human like champions. Just make them like full bugs or beetles or whatever. And obviously for human characters, you can make them as like fairies. With like petal dresses and petal loincloth, I guess. Alright, I think that's looking better than what we had. It's more cleaned up. Also, it has a really elaborate shoulder, and I'm trying to do that with Braum, but at the same time not, because most of his silhouette is going to come from his big shield. So what I might do actually is just render kind of a start of a shield. So I'm just going to put his back side on a different layer and just start drawing out a shield with symmetry. Tarek would fit really well. Yeah, he would. I think he'd fit very well. Let me look at my sketch here. I really like this shield sketch that I did, so I might just copy that. Okay. And I want this to be like kind of a beetle, like the back of a beetle, like this. So that's what that's kind of inspired by. Shield is pretty big. It's about the same size as him. I could do like a flat bottom here. I was thinking I could angle the wings down, or I can angle them up. Not really sure. I think down might be better. Kind of works with the baseline silhouette that he usually has. And then we can kind of do some gold to frame it. Make it more blocky. I think I'll have it curve. And it obviously has to be a very grand design. That's a big part of his character, and it needs to look interesting. So I think it's a little bit plain. Let's see some of the design choices they made here. So for Callista's Spear, they kind of added a flower, a little butterfly wing, and then the beetle kind of integrated with the gold. So we could do a flower, though I think it's more, it kind of makes it look more soft, rather than like hard and like a guard type of piece of weapon. Ezreal's Spring Court or Summer Court. Oh, I like this actually. So that's kind of more beetle integrated with gold direction. I guess we can do some like transparent wings. And let me see, trying to figure out shape. How about I get rid of the wings and just focus on the shield without it. So this part is gold, which means I want to have some gold from the bottom as well. I want it to look layered. Let's see some of the other design choices. I do really like the wings, but at the same time I want it to look like a guard. You guys have any predictions for what characters will get skins for Faerie Court this batch? We already know Soraka's getting like, I think Spring Court, from what I saw people were saying. I wonder who else will be part of that skin line. I'd be surprised if they, for some reason, make Braum. But I don't think they will. Tarek, you think Tarek will be one? But they usually like to do like different roles, right? And Soraka is already support. Because like Katarina was mid, Ezreal was ADC. Who was the support? There was Seraphine support. Well, they did Callista, so they did 2 ADCs. Cassante? Yeah, Cassante is a good one. That'd be cool to see how they work with his weapons. Who's the other champion? Oh, Fiora, top laner. So yeah, they did like a whole, like all the lanes except jungle. I think this is a good shield. I think what I want to do is kind of make the top part a bit wider. Court Rek'Sai would be wild. I agree. I think that could work very well as a beetle, actually. She could fit as like a unseelie winter court or straight up beetle. I think that'd be really cute, actually. Literally. I'm gonna do some interesting kind of curving in design. I think I like where the shield's at. Maybe I'll do another piece of gold here. Nice. I'm just gonna copy Ezra here a bit. Actually, I'm just gonna curve it. Now I do have to think about the points of contact for Braum. So for him, let's see, Timo.gg, view models, League of Legends, champions, Braum. And let's pick the Dragon Slayer, I guess. It has the most elaborate shield, from what I remember. It's a lot more short than I anticipated. Although it does have the height from the horns. So let's see, like his, let's see, idle. Okay, so the point of contact for him is right here in the middle of the shield at the top. So I have to have that area be kind of flat, which means this is probably not going to work, because otherwise it's going to be clipping through his hand and he's going to look like he's getting stabbed by it. So let's kind of move things a bit. I think this shape works a lot better as well, because it kind of looks like a pincher, like the mouth of the beetle. I think that's how their mouths kind of look like. Or maybe more like an ant. Let's see. Ant mouth. Yeah, they kind of have like these pinchers. And then, ew. Let's see, beetle. The beetle also has that similar shape, so that works out. And for Dragon Slayer, it has like these horns, so the shape kind of goes, brings that height from the sides instead of directly at the middle, so this works perfectly. I might even do something a bit more elaborate, those sides. I think that's cool. And then I guess we can kind of curve something into some gold in there. And then bring back that gem. Cool. That works better. And usually his shields have some sort of VFX here at the middle. So Dragon Slayer, I believe there's fire there. I'm not sure. Let's see, Braum skins. Pool Party has like this LED light. Sugar Rush just has like a big cookie, I guess. Santa obviously has the fireplace. Let's see. Even the Ruined King kind of has like this green gateway kind of feel. Oh wait, let me see. Let me see these concepts. Where's the art station? I think this is the model. Where's the concept? Is this the concept guy? Nope. This guy didn't list who did the concept. No, it's a 3D artist. I think these are all 3D artists. I'm gonna search up Ruined Braum, I guess, on ArtStation. Okay, here's some shield designs here as, oh, it's the fan art. Let's see. So we got a big poro. That's kind of like the centerpiece of that shield. What else do we got? Okay. We got an orange kind of theme. So that would be kind of similar to Santa. Let's see. It's kind of Bilgewater themed. Kraken. So we really have to make this front part of the shield kind of have something interesting. So I'm kind of trying to figure out how that would work with Faerie Court. I think it might have to end up being like a gem or something. I mean, this is fine, but I feel like it could be better, right? Maybe I'll just mess around with some shapes here. Oh, maybe there's like a seed in the middle. And it's like powered by Karma's magic or something. So there would be like butterflies and fairy dust or something floating around. And in a way, I guess he could be guarding this seed. That could make sense. So there could be like some interior. I wonder if it could be wood. Nah. Oops, I was drawing on the background. Okay, and then I'm going to sharpen this edge. I think a seed could be interesting, but then it's kind of repetitive with what's happening here at the top. So let's try just removing it. Let's see if Yasuo has anything. Not really. Callista. Not really. Maybe it could be cool if like this front part kind of sticks out. So like in 3D, the shield would be like this, and then there would be like a little antenna that kind of sticks out like that. Question is how to do that in the front view. and it's just gonna look like it's overlapping stuff, so. Maybe I can integrate this opening with some gold. And the wings could attach to gold trim. Looking too blocky, so I want it to be kind of organic. I think it should go up. I'm going to cut off this gold piece here. And then maybe we can do a little curve. Okay. I think that works. And then this part is looking too blocky. So maybe we can give it some angularity. Something like that. Let's look at the beetle. Maybe that's something we can pull from. So maybe I can think of this as like the head of the beetle, since we put the pinchers here. And I'll be wrapping up the stream in about 7 minutes. So if you guys have any comments, questions, make sure you say it before I get off the stream. Should I do eyes? Might look weird. I think I prefer something that's more symbolic of a beetle instead of a straight up beetle. Eyes would look goofy. Yeah, I agree. I think just something representative is fine. I'm kind of running out of ideas. Oops. What would the interior of that little opening be? I wonder. What kind of material? I don't know if I want it to be gold, actually. What if I try like a very elaborate asymmetrical like gold wrapping? I think Karma has this too somewhere. And this will kind of add some interest to the shield because now there's something asymmetrical. And I think the material of that seed would be kind of a brownish, yellowish color, maybe. Can we look at some examples of seeds? Like a flower seed? They are kind of brownish, tan color, which means the backing of, like the background of where this is, should be like contrasting color, so something like blue or purple. I think that works. Just make it like another, like it's a part of the beetle's skin or something. And it could be like really reflective, so that the gold colors would like bounce around too. I think that'd be pretty. And then we can add all the particles and stuff on top of that. Like bugs with exoskeleton. Okay. Exoskeleton bugs. Oy. Some very appetizing images. This is cool. Afraid of bugs? No. It's just like when they're shedding their skin. Ugh. Disgusting. This is kind of a cool shape. Although not something I want to take. That's kind of cute. I like those wings. I might use those later. Something like that. What else? That's just the same kind of material. I'm not really seeing like any hard edges that I could pull as inspiration. Those are nice wings. Arthropod. This is kind of cool. Alright, I'm not really seeing much, but we did get a couple references. I think I'll just make it like a dark purple to contrast against the gold. What if there was an eye here? Nah. Because then the focal point is at the top and then the middle, and I prefer for it to just be in the middle. Maybe I'll make this middle part bigger. Do I have a copy of that? Yeah, I do. Let's make it bigger so that it's kind of consistent with his other skins. Let's kind of compare back and forth. I'm just going to get back the shield that I had before, which I think is this one. I'll delete this excess. I think I prefer it smaller. Yeah. So we'll do the smaller one. And just start coloring. Okay. So I'm going to select the outside canvas, do an invert selection, and deselect what I don't want. I deselect the wings because those will be kind of transparent. Okay. And I'm just going to have a gold underlying layer. So the darkest part of the shield will be purple. So that, and then it's also going to be the brightest part because it's going to have, well, not really, but it's going to have this seed emitting light and sparkle and stuff. And looks like we are about at the 1 hour mark. So I'm going to wrap up the stream here, guys. Thank you for watching. So we just took the Faerie Court Braum concept from Richy and just kind of polished it over, kind of refining it also for the 3D version, because I am the 3D artist, and it's going to help me to understand kind of what's happening here and figuring that out in a 3D sculpt. I'm probably going to make this more elaborate, this shoulder piece, because it is a little bit simple. And we kind of want that to be a focal point of Braum's character. And then obviously the shield we just made from scratch. And then the backside as well, which is not rendered yet. So I think what I'll do for tomorrow is go back to Zobi, and I think we're on the hair stage, so we're going to be working on retopologizing the hair. And then I think I'll do another stream of Zobi again. She should be ready for texturing phase maybe after. So that will be on either probably Thursday, I think, Friday or Thursday. I think Thursday works better for me, just because there's less people in the house. But yeah, so there will be a stream tomorrow, and we're going to work on Faerie Court, or not Faerie Court, Zobi. And yeah, thank you for joining the stream, Hexen and Martinez, and anybody else. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you for watching. Make sure you hit the like, subscribe, and the notification bell if you want to get notified of whenever I make videos. So thank you for joining. See you guys tomorrow. All right.